Hillary Clinton went on Jimmy Fallon's show recently, and I'd rather lick a bird shit than listen to a full conversation between Jimmy Fallon and Hillary Clinton. But anyway, in relation to Joe Biden and Donald Trump being the two main picks this November, he asks her this: "What do you say to voters who are upset that those are the two choices?" And Hillary's response was, "Get over yourself, those are the two choices." She then said, it's kind of like one is old and effective and compassionate, has a heart, and really cares about people, and one is old and has been charged with 91 felonies. I don't understand why this is even a hard choice. Really, I don't understand it, but we have to go through the election, and hopefully, people will realize what's at stake because it's an existential question. I don't know why no one has thought to put a muzzle on Hillary because she is such an electoral nightmare. Yeah, this is totally going to entice undecided voters to show up in November. If you have serious hangups with the guy who is aiding and abetting a genocide, well then that's a you problem and you need to get over yourself. As if the horrors going on in Gaza currently is some petty, inconsequential topic. Over 34,000 Gazans have been killed, over 10,000 of those people include children, and Biden has been funding and supporting this since October, and the biggest concession he gave to those who are vehemently opposed to Israel's actions is promising in the State of the Union that he'll build a dock for aid. One single dock. Public support for Israel just gets worse and worse, especially after a few days ago when an Israeli airstrike killed 7 aid workers. Over 100,000 people in Michigan, and Michigan is a key battleground state in the election, friendly reminder, voted uncommitted to protest Biden's unwavering support for Israel. This is not some minute issue that will just vanish come November. People are rightfully disgusted with the Biden administration and will continue to feel disgusted with the Biden administration so long as they happily continue to support genocide. And honestly, even if tomorrow Biden comes out and pushes for a permanent ceasefire, I don't think that'll cleanse the sour taste in a lot of people's mouths, because it would come after 6 months of having no issue with arming and funding a genocide, and having no care in the world in regards to the moral qualms that much of the voter base has with their tax money going over to fund ethnic cleansing. But this is just something we're supposed to get over and accept, right? Yeah, fuck you. This is human life being mass exterminated, you ghoul. But this is coming from the same woman who is a huge proponent of invasions such as the war in Iraq and Afghanistan, two huge geopolitical failures that led to so much unnecessary death. So I'm not surprised that she can just shrug off the deaths of innocent Palestinians, but not every American voter is a soulless, rich, and powerful politician. Your average citizen has this thing called empathy and disgust when they observe something that is so blatantly a genocide. But what does surprise me is the DNC's insistence on propping Hillary up as if she's someone that the voters actually want to hear from. She is the embodiment of an out-of-touch elite, and any credibility her political instincts may have had went straight to the fucking garbage the second she lost to someone like Donald Trump. Her failure to campaign in key states such as Wisconsin, while obviously not the only reason why she lost 2016, still speaks volumes to how fucking smug and entitled she is. I don't need a campaign in these battleground states. I'm Hillary Clinton. I have a long-standing political career. My husband was president, and now it's my turn to be president. Surely the voters will grant me my wish. And the DNC still has this same fucking mentality and entitlement. The guy on the other side of the political aisle is bad, so therefore, hang up all of your grievances that you have with Biden. It's like, yes, your voter base knows that Trump sucks. They don't need that case to be made for them at this point. The real problem lies with Biden going full steam ahead with aiding and abetting a genocide. And it's so fucking tone deaf to say that Biden is such a warm, compassionate guy that it's such a no-brainer to vote for him. Tell that to the Palestinians whose family members are buried under rubble created by missiles that we supply Israel. Or Palestinians that were riddled with bullets that we supplied to Israel. Would I rather see a Biden victory over a Trump victory? Abso-fucking-lutely, but you cannot pretend for one single fucking second that this is an issue that you can just sweep under the rug in time for November. This is an enormous, legitimate grievance that a good portion of the voter base have with Biden, and this could very well cost him 2024. I don't care how nice of a guy he is. He could be the most swell guy on the planet, so long as you're not a child in Gaza, starving to death and worrying every day if you're gonna be fucking bombed. But people have every right to be disgusted with Biden's brazen support of Israel 6 months into this atrocity. I'm not going to be one of those people that says, don't vote, your vote doesn't matter, because I actually feel quite the opposite. I feel it is imperative to vote this election cycle, especially if you live in a swing state where your vote actually fucking matters. I mean, let's not kid ourselves. Trump would absolutely be worse on this issue among a lot of other issues. I mean, just recently he was saying something along the lines of Israel should just finish the job already. But I also can't bring myself to scold people who have serious reservations with voting Biden, because what am I going to say? Be okay with genocide? Put aside this huge blemish that involves the mass death of a group of people and focus on these other issues that the Biden administration is better on as opposed to Trump. Like, this isn't an issue you can just overlook and say, okay, this is one oopsie that I can excuse. We are talking about the mass extermination of human life, and the last person people want to hear from in regards to this issue is Hillary Clinton saying, oh, you care about innocent Palestinians being indiscriminately killed? Oh, just get over yourself already. If there is any semblance of justice in this universe, there is a special circle in hell all of these warhawk ghouls will go to once they finally croak. That's all I have to say. Bye-bye.